Hey, what's up? Hello, welcome into episode 3 of the Anchor Dahn Podcast. I'm Dyson, joined tonight only by Noah, unfortunately. Aiden is a little under the weather. Noah, how we doing tonight?
Yeah, our Pirates suck so bad today that Aiden got sick and died. So there's that.
Must have the Santana disease.
We're gonna get into it. I'm pissed.
But as Noah mentioned, the Buccos fall to the Cardinals tonight, 4-2. They were taking a perfect game into the seventh inning, and with two outs, they give up a hit. And the Cardinals rally for four in the ninth off of Santana, and the Pirates lose 4-2. Gonzalez, a three-hit game, though. He extends his hitting streak to 8 games. He had a double, run scored. Mangum, 2 hits for him. RBI and a stolen base. Buccos fall to 16 and 13. They're now 6-4 for Central opponents.
Yeah, I really don't have much to add about today's game. I was not home and able to watch it, but this bullpen sucks, man. I'm not I There's really not much to say. I'm glad Gonzalez has been hitting well, but
And we're sitting here again. We're sitting here again talking about the same things. I mean, this bullpen. And I mean,
not good.
Santana tonight was the opposite of what we've been seeing. I mean, everyone but Santana pitched lights out. They were literally perfect. And Santana comes in and gives up four in an inning.
Yeah, Mason Montgomery looked good opening. I don't know, guys. I mean, it sucks that Ashcraft had to go on bereavement leave, and obviously, like, you can't control that. But not good. We kind of wanted to. I mean, obviously, like in this 7 game homestand, I think it is like you're not going to win every single one, but in the fashion that we lost today, I'm not impressed, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, today when we decided we were going to record tonight, and even up until the ninth inning, I thought we were going to have a freaking upbeat, awesome, feel good show. And then Santana has to rain on our parade.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the Brewers series, I mean, there was a lot of like good things to talk about. Friday's game, Skeens went perfect into the 7th inning. Connor Griffin, first ever home run of his career on his 20th birthday. Like everything was all good. So we lost Sunday, and now we lost back-to-back games. I think for the first time since the Mets series, right?
Yeah, it's correct. I was telling you before the show that when I was typing that into the notes document, it's like the thing that makes me the most upset about this loss is because I keep after every win after a loss, I kept going back to that. Like this team can battle. This team's resilient. They haven't lost since back to back since the Mets series, and it ended tonight. But
Ozuna was back to form. It was against the Brewers also. That was really disappointing. And the top of our lineup really sucked through that one too. I think they hit below 200. Cruz, O'Hearn, Reynolds combined.
yeah, they batted at a buck 45 through the
Wow.
3 games in the series, and by them I mean Cruz, Lau, Reynolds, Ozuna, and O'Hearn. So top of the lineup. Cruz was 0 for 10 with 5 strikeouts,
Holy crap.
and
Uh,
yeah, like Reynolds 1 of 8 with five strikeouts, and 8 at bats.
I mean, shout out the bottom half of the lineup. I mean, guys, we can't do that. That's not sustainable.
Yeah, I mean, bottom of the lineup. Horwitz 2 for 8, 3 ribbies. Gonzalez 5 for 12, 2 ribbies. Connor Griffin 5 for 10, he batted 500 3 games in Milwaukee. Had his first career home run, and he had 4 ribbies. I mean, what a what a weekend for the newly turned 20-year-old. I mean, those are some good numbers.
Yeah. I had the fortunate opportunity to listen to old Brownie on the radio on the fan Friday night's game. it was pretty special, man. I mean, for Griffin to hit his first ever home run on his birthday, like you can't make that up. And first MLB player ever to have a stolen base and a home run on his 20th birthday. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And I don't know, I had a feeling like throughout the day I was just like looking at some like the preview and checking some matchup stats, and I'm like, what if he gets his first one today on his birthday? I'm like, what if he does it? And then there it was. Unfortunately, I didn't get to hear the brownie live. I heard it after the fact, but Joe Block, sometimes Joe Block's call of KG's first at bat was pretty electric. That was fun, but
Absolutely.
the home run was kind of not really nothing too exciting. It was the typical Joe Block to
Yeah.
the right first or to the right field wall, and there it goes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, anyone that like knows me well enough Pirates wise, I guess you could say like I've always preferred Brownie.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't
But
I don't I don't know Pittsburgh baseball without Greg Brown.
yeah, for sure. But I will say Joe Block on the radio is 8 times better. Like he really excels
Really?
on the radio like that. He's just I think he's made for it. The TV games, I mean, it's okay sometimes, but
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean
I don't
Greg Brown's perfect with both. So
I don't get to listen to the radio too much because down here in DC when I even when I try to listen on the Odyssey app on to the fan, the black hour restrictions doesn't let me. So I always even if I'm
which
in the
which is ridiculous, by the way. Like I get whatever the TV blackouts, but for radio, are you kidding me? I mean, that's
yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. Um, but yeah, Brewers series. Um, it was great to get that series win. They're Saturday after the win, they were 5 games over 500 for the first time, and that's the first time getting consecutive wins since April 10th and 11th. And I forget, I should have wrote this down, but it's been a while since they won a series in Milwaukee for sure. And I I should have wrote it down, but I forget exactly when it was. Might have been, maybe was it 2024 maybe?
Yeah, it was. We did not win a series over there last year. I'm like almost certain of that.
I mean, it's the one like obviously now that we've moved past tonight's game, talking a little bit about some of the brighter sides from Brewers series. It's I mean really encouraging looking at the first 3 series against Central teams. We won the series, and they were all road series. So that's
Yeah.
huge. Getting Cubs, Reds, and Brewers, and I mean those are just like we've talked about. Aiden's touched on before in episodes. It's huge to play in those teams, especially on the road. And I mean, then moving back into to tonight's game, it sucks because the stretch we're on right now with the 3 we just finished up with the Brewers. Now we got 4 at home against the Cards and 3 more at home against the Reds this weekend. I mean, this is a big stretch. This could not. I don't want to say make or break. It obviously doesn't make or break the season, but it really could. This competitive Central could really start seeing some separation, and that's why it's just such a big stretch here for the Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a divisional game that weighs a little more because not only would you move up in the standings, obviously the team you beat goes down. Um, and to have 11 straight divisional games like this, I mean, we're in a prime opportunity to get ahead early, and today was not a good start. I'm not happy.
I mean, it was. I could not believe the bullpen was pitching as well it was. How about Wilbur Dotel? He went. I think it was four perfect innings. He had 3 strikeouts.
Yeah.
He looked really good.
Yeah, we were throwing a combined perfect game through 5, I think.
I think it was no, it was through 7 2/3.
Wow.
It was because it was at the same exact point that Skeens lost his perfect game in Milwaukee, 7 2/3.
Has there ever been a combined perfect game? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look that up. That's uh
Because that typically doesn't happen, with an opener.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
Santana, like obviously, like this is rare form for him to completely blow a game in this magnitude. I'm not worried about him as an individual, but the bullpen as a unit sucks, guys, and it's costing us games left and right. This has to get fixed, like
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, it's bad. It's I mean, like I said, the Brian Kelly reference. I mean, we're talking about the same thing.
Talking about the same thing.
I mean, it's just we honestly did see a little bit of improvement. I felt like up until tonight. I mean, even up until the ninth inning tonight, I was feeling pretty good with the bullpen. Like the Brewers series, like we had some guys that were starting to look good. Mason Montgomery is looking good. Justin Lawrence is looking better. Like we had some guys that are starting to maybe turn a corner and looking a little better. And then it's just Santana. I mean, 4 runs in the ninth there. That's rough. Back to back home runs after he records an out. Yeah, it just wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Dude, make Isaac Matson the I don't know, feed him a horse tranquilizer and let him go the sixth inning and beyond every single day. I don't care if you're feeding him whatever. Just make it happen.
Let's touch on Majinski. I mean, I know we were both pretty upset with his it's back to back rough outings out of Majinski now. Sunday he went 3 2/3, giving up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, and a walk, 4 strikeouts. Just wasn't. It was. I mean, he was looking good through. Well, I guess it was. Oh no, the first three. Yeah, first three is looking good, and then that fourth inning just fell apart and was just getting pieced up. It was not good.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what it seems to be with him. Like he gets above 60 pitches and he just falls apart. Um, I would say move him to the bullpen. I mean, he would be really effective as kind of an innings eater guy, but I don't know who else we replace him with in the rotation. Uh, yeah, just not good to see. He just can't go very deep into games.
Yeah, this is one thing. I'll just hint at it for now, but we have a special guest scheduled to join us hopefully this week, and an insider. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to asking him is kind of I've seen it thrown around on Twitter a little bit, maybe moving Mlodzinski to the bullpen as a mid relief because that's where we've struggled a little bit. I'm curious to know from some of these guys what options we have is I'd have to look is I mean maybe Barco's looking better down in AAA because I believe he was a starter in the minors before he came up, and I mean maybe Dotel has been a starter up through the minors as well. So just interested to see what I mean. And Jared Jones, he's close to throwing in games again, rehab assignments.
I think he's starting soon, isn't he?
I think so, yeah, in Bradenton.
Yeah.
Triolo also is set to maybe tomorrow even do a rehab assignment in Altoona. And
Yeah.
that's another interesting one that I'd like to ask our guest is kind of what's going on there at third base because Nick Gonzalez he is hot right now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't see how you could put Trillo back in this lineup.
I mean, and then even York. I mean, he's not the everyday guy. I'd prefer at least with the bat. Nicky G's bat has been up to par for an everyday guy. But Nick York, he's I don't. I mean, I think he's not a bad utility guy.
Yeah, I mean Nick York. I mean he's cooled off from the beginning of the season, but he still has been a very like welcome surprise. I didn't think he was going to be what he is for us so far. A very young guy, but yeah, I mean a Triolo would be like welcome back to the team. I think there is a spot for him, but Nick Gonzalez with runners in scoring position, man, he's like I think his on base percentage is like 400.
Yeah, let me check that. I have it here on my phone. But he's batting last week. He batted 435. It was 10 for 23, and then he had another 3 hits tonight. He's on an 8 game hitting streak. Like the guy's just hitting. And yeah, right here this season with runners in scoring position, Nick Gonzalez is 417 on base percentage of 481. He's slugging 458, 13 RBIs, and weighted runs created plus, he's 170.
That is phenomenal. Wow.
And we've actually touched on it before. The runners in scoring position, the Pirates as a whole haven't been hitting well. And I mean, Nick Gonzalez just has that clutch gene. He comes through.
Dude, if he could be more dependable defensively, like he would be one of the best players on the whole team.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I just even looking back, like I just remember him the last few years just being clutch as well. Like you just remember him getting a few walk offs or just I just I really like Nicky G. I think he's and especially if he I wish he could get a little pop, get a little power because you don't really see that much of that from him. But he's still
Yeah.
is just I mean he's like we said he's clutch and he's a guy you got to have in the lineup.
Yeah, he's yet to hit a home run this season, I believe, right?
Yeah, no home runs.
Yeah. I don't know. Nick Gonzalez, big glue guy for our Buccos.
Now that we've touched on the Buccos a little bit, the good, the bad, and the ugly, let's move on into something another topic that I guess has a little bit of the good, the bad, and the ugly as well. The NFL draft just finished up in Pittsburgh. Steelers they drafted some guys. They drafted some guys.
They did.
Uh, Noah, you and Aiden were there.
We were.
For night one. You guys only went Thursday, correct?
Yeah, we were in Pittsburgh the whole weekend though, but we didn't see the point in showing up all 3 days.
But I mean, how was it? How was it being down there and then just set the stage for us for a little for set up some draft talk for us.
Well, first, if you would so please, I would like to thank this episode's sponsors of Anchor Dahn. I'd like to thank Curry Services, Alex Shoemaker Drums, and shameless plug once again. Alex and I call Punksy baseball games Mondays and Wednesdays on WECZ, The Groundhog, 100.9 FM locally, 1540 AM. Come check us at, and thank you for sponsoring Anchor Dahn. Anyway, I love doing that little segment. The draft was beautiful, guys. I don't know like how else to put it. This city, like that was some of the most fun I've ever had in Pittsburgh. Downtown, beautiful. Market Square, they did a great job with. The North Shore was bumping every night. Me and Aiden and Ethan went and saw Two Chains out in the North Shore. That was pretty fun. He came out an hour late, but it I don't know. Pittsburgh, it felt alive. It was nice to see the city be the spotlight of the football world for a weekend, and we showed out. I think we broke the draft attendance record. I mean,
Over
it was
800,
packed.
over 800,000.
Yeah. I mean,
There
night one was
was yeah, there's 320,000 night one, which broke Detroit's record.
yeah. So night one, we got in there an hour and a half early. Just trying to like check out some of the things. There really not a lot to do in the draft other than there was like one little merch stand and there was one food stand all the way back near like Purgatory. Um, but again, we got there an hour and a half early, and the closest we could get to the stage was stage AE. So those of you that don't know, that's like 150 yards away. um,
I
yeah,
mean,
but it
yeah,
was awesome.
I mean, for me, from just watching on TV and just seeing all the content and stuff, it just, like you said, I mean, it was beautiful. It was awesome to see. Like, I was like telling my roommates here, I'm like, it's like kind of crazy. Like, it's that's our, I mean, I say that's my city. I mean, we're an hour and a half away, but it's our closest major city. So
It
that's
is
my
our
city.
city.
That's our city. And I mean, it was cool to see because it's like you see like all the aerial views and you like people are like talking about stuff and you see where like the McAfee show set up and it's like oh like I know where that is I know like those reference points I like it's our city. It was pretty cool to see and like just like Noah and I were talking before some of the pictures that some like professional Pittsburgh photographers took. It was just so cool. All the like the city lit up, just all the people. And I mean, from what I hear, it just seems like just Pittsburgh did a really good job from just the setup, the atmosphere and everything. And uh, shout out Pat McAfee show. I mean he it was the draft spectacular was awesome. It was super cool. They were drinking the icy lights and eating the Permanis on the show, so that was pretty sick. And then also, I if you haven't checked it out yet, the Pittsburgh, a football town that McAfee. I guess I don't know if he didn't really produce it, but he's like the voice behind all of it. He kind of did the
Yeah.
did the film. I checked it out Sunday, and it was or Saturday, I believe, and it was super cool. It was yeah, it was just really cool. And but yeah, even just from being back here watching it on TV, it was awesome to see Pittsburgh as the center of the football world for a weekend.
Yeah, traffic wasn't bad at all. I don't know how they managed
Really?
that, but yeah, oh man, the drive down there was actually like clear. 28, there was nobody on. Like it was weird almost.
Yeah, it's weird because I really didn't know what to expect like crowd wise because they're projecting these huge numbers and which I guess end up being right because they're saying like 500 to or whatever like 5 to 10,000. No, I'm not know what I'm saying. 500 to 100,000 and they're and like it. I mean, the number was about right on, but it was like you're like that's for all 3 days. You and then I mean it was busy. It seemed, but like it's kind of crazy that like no traffic and like everything was actually pretty smooth.
Yeah, also the ratio of Steelers fans to every other team, I was really impressed by. It was probably like 80-20, maybe better in most
Really?
times. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that good of like a hometown draft team showing up like that. I mean, literally everybody was in Steelers stuff, so it was cool. Renegade was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool seeing even just from TV. Let's get into the picks themselves now. Set the scene for us.
So Steelers call. I mean, everybody knows this already. They're on the phone with Lemon. Philly instead swoops in and trades with Dallas at 20 to swipe him from us. So in a what some call a panic choice, we took Max Ienker, or I can't even say his last name yet.
IMAX.
Yeah, we'll call him IMAX. At 21, probably the most volatile O lineman in the draft, really high ceiling, but also a super low floor. This guy only started playing football in college. I think it's a fine choice, but some people were pretty upset.
Yeah, I when it first happened, I was telling you I was like, I was as I kept seeing lemon drop. I'm like lemon drop. That's funny, but as I kept seeing lemon drop, I'm like, let's trade up a few spots here, Omar. Let's go get him. And then I'm like, wait a second. If Carolina doesn't take him here, Dallas isn't taking him. We don't even need to trade up. And then Carolina doesn't take him. I'm like, let's go. We got him. And obviously that's what Omar was thinking too. And then I'm like, oh no, the Eagles are on the clock. I was like, they're taking Lemon, and that's exactly what happened. And then so I was kind of mad, but I was still hoping we went receiver. I was thinking Boston or Omar Cooper at the 21, and then I'm standing there. I'm pumped. I'm ready for the pick. I'm ready for the pick. And they sit, and I that will even in our preview show last week, I was like, usually I'm not happy with a tackle offensive line in round one, but I said I'm not going to be that upset with it because we need one, and there's some good tackles in this draft. And then we take this guy, and I somehow I draft prep. I didn't even see his name. I didn't see many mock drafts to us. I didn't know who he was. I heard his name, and I was like who is this? And I'm like, what? I was like, at first I was like, well, I mean, at least it's a tackle. And then I like 2 minutes, it sinks in. I sit down. I'm like, what was that pick? I was like, and then I'm seeing everyone complain on Twitter, like he wasn't even the highest OT like on the board, like all this that he wasn't even all Big 12. I'm like, what are we doing? What? And then so it went from kind of being like like we got to tackle to then it was like what is this? But I think now that after the weekend's passed, I don't hate the pick, and especially now that we got Bernard in the second round. Which we'll get into that. I love that pick, but that really kind of eased the hatred for the first round pick. So I don't really, I'm not hating it. I guess I'll finish it with that.
Um, I mean, I was a little bit upset at first. A lot of the fans were really confused, especially like the people around me. But I think he'll be solid if the coaching staff does him right. That is a big if. And it definitely was a panic pick. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah,
obviously,
there's no other way to put it. They didn't submit the pick until less than a minute left.
I don't know. I trust Omar. He's had a very good track record with his draft so far, especially comparing them to Kevin Colbert's final five drafts, even. They all sucked. Not a single player on that 2022 draft, the Kenny Pickett draft, they're not on the team.
I'll
So,
I'll say one more thing real quick on IMAX, and then we gotta move on so we can get to the most controversial pick here, a couple picks later. But you mentioned how it was a panic pick. I saw someone say on Twitter it's like when you're in a fantasy football draft and the clock's running down and you're running out of time and you realize you have to auto pick. You don't like the guy that auto picked. That's almost what it felt like for the Steelers there.
but we go in round two and we get Jeremy Bernard. I was really happy with this. I mean, this guy, 64 catches, 860 yards, seven TDs. He can play both slot and outside. I mean, this is like exactly what we needed to round out the wide receiver room. That's what I mean. I talked about that Thursday morning. Really, I liked Denzel Boston as a prospect coming out of college, but he is the same archetype player as DK and Michael Pittman. Like we needed a guy that was going to be able to like get a nice catch on third down and short. You know what I mean? A nice underneath short route guy. Yeah, I can finally take the wide receiver room seriously now. So that's a plus.
Yeah, I love this pick. Uh going into Friday night, I knew we had to get a receiver, and honestly, I was thinking going into it, I was like, we have the draft capital, trade up, get someone, and then Boston was taken, and Dejon Stribling was taken. Actually, I think the first one off the board Friday night, which was surprising from Ole Miss, and
Mm-hmm.
then I believe we did trade up a few spots for this. Correct? We
Yeah,
didn't.
we gave up our fourth round pick, which I mean,
Yeah,
that's fine.
we didn't trade up a lot, but we traded up a few spots, and then when we took Bernard, I was pumped. Um, I'm a Tennessee fan, repping the merch tonight.
Yeah.
So I watched a lot of SEC ball, and I saw a lot of Bernard last year. And yeah, like you said, he can really do it all. He's a big guy. They put him in the backfield a lot actually, and did a lot of stuff with him out of the backfield, and could catch stuff underneath, make stuff happen, and he could also do stuff downfield too. I saw a clip floating around Twitter this weekend after the pick. I mean, he was straight up just mossing guys down the field, jumping over the top of them and making catches. And then there was also a play. He's like deep, like 10, 15 yards in the backfield on like a broken play, makes multiple guys miss and ends up turning into a big gain. I mean, this is, like you said, this is the kind of guy we need. And now I'm really looking forward to this wide receiver class.
So our next pick, let's skip and save him for last.
Ooh, you're gonna, thought I was,
I'm just gonna shortly go over just a
yeah,
couple
let's
guys
do
that I
that.
thought
And
were
we'll,
interesting.
because we're gonna
Uh,
get carried away with that third pick.
Dalen Everett out of Georgia. He's a Georgia defensive player. I mean, it's gonna be a nice depth piece. I mean, this corner room is really deep now, so that is promising because we needed some help there, especially after my favorite James Pierre left for Minnesota. Does he own an air fryer? Yes. Jennings Dunker out of Iowa, another O lineman. Yep.
Iowa farm
He's
boy, baby.
he's ginger. He throws hay. He'll be good. Eli Heidenreich, Pittsburgh
What a
guy from Mount Lebanon. Nice
what
to
a
see him
pick.
avoid some service time. Yep.
What a pick. I mean, he may not end up doing much. He'll probably be a special teams guy, but I mean, that was just super cool to see. That was awesome. And especially that NFL allowed him to be in the green room too. He was there, comes out, and the crowd's going crazy for him. That was just really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I also had a return specialist from Iowa too. Iowa guy.
Yeah, he was playing golf when we picked him.
Yeah, Caden. I think the last name's pronounced Weegen, maybe.
Yeah.
It's spelled like wet gen, but I think it's Weegen. But yeah, I saw some clips of him. He's a really good returner. So hopefully we can get him in there and use him.
Okay, it's time for the elephant in the room.
Here we go.
Son. We picked Drew Allar at 76 in the third round from Penn State. Take it away, Dyson.
I mean, Omar. What are we doing? What are we doing? This was what did I tell you last week when we were going into this draft, Omar? I said do not draft a quarterback. Don't do it. Do not do it. You hire Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy also, I got a bone to pick with you. Mike McCarthy, you get hired by the Steelers because you sell Will Howard. You tell Omar Khan, you tell Art Rooney, I see something special in Will Howard. I see potential. Will is special. Will can be the guy. He's selling Will. That's part of the reason he got the job was because he saw something special in Will Howard. And then at the meetings, at the owners' meetings, he's talking to McAfee show. When I see a quarterback, I want a quarterback that is clutch, that can get it done in 2 minute drill, that can win a game late. Well, guess what? Drew Allar ain't your guy for that. If you saw him play in the playoffs the last couple years at Penn State, he ain't your guy. He cannot play late game. I mean, what do you? Yeah, he's got a good build. He's athletic. He's got the arm. There's a chance he pans out. There's a chance. He's got the people say the Big Ben build, but I mean, so you put this two different ways here. So if Rodgers comes back, this makes this pick look even dumber. Look so much worse. This is terrible, even worse than it already is. Because then you got Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, Drew, Will. What I mean, you got four of them.
By the way, sayonara, Mason Rudolph. It's over for you, buddy.
Great guy. Good luck to Mason Rudolph. And then, okay, so if Rodgers doesn't come back, maybe they know this. Maybe they're Rodgers is leaning not coming back. It's not looking good for them. Then honestly, it's not that bad. Yeah, don't let the door hit you on your way out. Great career, but I mean, I guess if Rodgers doesn't come back, Drew and Will battle it out, and I mean, Will's winning the spot because Will is our guy, and Drew sucks. So,
well, yeah, I mean, okay, I'll agree with you there. I am not the biggest Will Howard supporter, but I was in favor of him starting this season. I am not a Will Howard fan at all. I take his chances at being good slim to none. He is miles better than Drew Allar. Those of you that know me, notorious Penn State hater. He sucks. If he declared for the draft last year, whoever picked him in the top 5 would have been fired by the time we were sitting here today. This guy's not good. When has Penn State ever had a quarterback? Streets ain't forget the Drew Allar DM. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, like as soon as this pick happened, I just yelled. I mean, and also 76 overall,
he would have been there round 5.
It was just not. It was the pick's bad enough, and then it was honestly a reach. You had 2 more picks. You had 2 more picks Friday night too. If you really wanted them that bad, you could take them a pick or 2 later. At the 76th pick was just not it. And
dude, at least we didn't take Ty Simpson at 13. I probably would have killed somebody.
Oh, that would have been bad. I mean,
Sean McVay was not happy about that.
I mean, side note, I think that's a good pick for the Rams. Actually, I think Simpson could turn out to be a good quarterback, and he's gonna be sitting under Stafford for a year or two. So I mean, I guess at this point it's kind of a waste of a first round pick, but uh, it's a good situation he's going into. But yeah, I mean, as soon as the pick happened, I was just yelling. I'm like, Omar, what? I mean, what are we doing? And like I said, if Rodgers doesn't come back, please don't, Aaron. Um, it doesn't look as bad. I mean, Drew's still not a good quarterback, but at least like I touched on last week, why why do we want Rodgers to come back again so we can sneak into the playoffs, have a winning season, woohoo, winning season, lose, get our freaking doors blown off round one of the playoffs, and then have a 21st pick again. I mean, at some point, you just have to take it on the chin, take a loss.
Yeah, safe to say your Anchor Down guys are not Drew Allar fans. Trying to get the thumbs. Oh, there we go. They got the thumbs down.
Thumbs
Uh,
down on that
Thumbs
pick.
down. Any
But
other closing thoughts, Tyson?
no, I think we'll end with the Drew Aller segment, and yeah, that didn't make me happy. But Aaron Rodgers, don't come back. Draft weekend in Pittsburgh, at least from my point of view, not there. It was probably better there, but looked
It
beautiful.
was good. It
Seemed
was good.
amazing. And Pens are still alive. Pens force a game 6. They're going back to Philly.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you all for tuning in to episode 3 of the Anchor Dahn podcast. Like, comment, follow, subscribe. Social media is at Anchor Dahn Pod. And that'll do it for this episode. Until then, hoist the cone and Anchor Dahn.